The Los Angeles Chargers are at the center of some intriguing discussions as the draft approaches. Today, let's dive into two scenarios generating buzz around the Chargers: a potential blockbuster trade for a star tight end, and whispers of a high-profile wide receiver possibly landing in Los Angeles. Both ideas raise big questions about roster strategy, salary cap management, and long-term planning for a team looking to maximize quarterback Justin Herbert's prime. From draft picks to veteran acquisitions, here's a breakdown of what these moves could mean for the Chargers' future. What's up, Chargers fans? Welcome to the NFL Playbook Chargers. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about breaking down everything you need to know about the Bolts. First up, a trade concept that's been floating around involves the Chargers targeting Baltimore Ravens tight end Mark Andrews. The framework would see the Chargers acquire Andrews, the 27th overall pick in the upcoming draft, and a 4th-round pick, while sending guard Zion Johnson and the 22nd overall pick to Baltimore. This swap hinges on balancing immediate impact with future flexibility, so let's unpack it. Mark Andrews, at 30, remains one of the NFL's premier tight ends. Last season, he recorded 55 catches for 673 yards and 11 touchdowns, showcasing his knack for finding the end zone. His 2021 campaign, 107 receptions, 1,361 yards, and 9 scores, remains a benchmark for what he can do when firing on all cylinders. For the Chargers, Andrews could address a clear need in the red zone, where their offense has lacked a consistent threat beyond Herbert's arm. His ability to stretch defenses and create mismatches would give offensive coordinator Greg Roman, who coached Andrews in Baltimore, a familiar weapon to deploy. However, Andrews isn't without risks. His $16.9 million cap hit in the final year of his contract is steep compared to Johnson's $4.7 million, raising questions about how the Chargers would manage the financials. Baltimore might absorb some of that salary, but it's not a given. Additionally, Andrews had a few high-profile miscues in the playoffs last season, including drops and a fumble, which sparked criticism from some Ravens fans. While those moments don't define his career, they highlight the pressure he'd face stepping into a new system. On the other side, trading Zion Johnson, a former first-round pick, would be a bold move. Johnson has been solid but not spectacular at left guard, and the Chargers haven't committed to his 5th-year option yet. With his contract expiring after this season, the team could view him as expendable, especially with depth pieces like Andre James and Bradley Bozeman, capable of sliding into the interior line. Still, losing Johnson could thin an offensive line that's been carefully built to protect Herbert, particularly if injuries strike. The swap of draft picks, moving from 22 to 27, offers some flexibility, potentially allowing the Chargers to target a defensive tackle or edge rusher, while the extra 4th-rounder adds depth to their already robust 10-pick haul. Does this trade make sense? From a strategic standpoint, Andrews could elevate the passing game for 2 to 3 years, but the cost, both in cap space and line depth, requires careful consideration. The Chargers already have Tyler Conklin and Will Dissly at tight end, both reliable pass catchers who could combine for 800 to 1,000 yards. Neither matches Andrews' ceiling, but they're younger and cheaper, which matters for a team balancing present and future needs. Now, shifting gears, let's address a flashier rumor: the possibility of Miami Dolphins wide receiver Tyreek Hill joining the Chargers. Hill, a perennial All-Pro, has fueled speculation by expressing openness to leaving Miami after a playoff-less 2024 season. At 31, he remains a game-changer, though his 2024 production dipped below 1,000 yards, partly due to quarterback Tua Tagovailoa's injuries. Pairing Hill with Herbert could create one of the NFL's most explosive offenses, but this idea comes with significant hurdles. Start with the finances. Hill's 2025 contract carries a $27.7 million guaranteed cap hit, a massive figure for a Chargers team with roughly $30 million in cap space before accounting for their draft class. Even if Miami offset some of that salary or accepted a modest trade package, say a mid-round pick, the numbers are tight. The Chargers would need to restructure contracts or make cuts elsewhere, potentially disrupting other priorities like extending left tackle Rashawn Slater. Beyond the cap, Hill's fit raises questions about team culture. The Chargers, under head coach Jim Harbaugh, emphasize discipline and cohesion. Hill's postseason comments about prioritizing his career and family over loyalty to Miami suggest a focus on individual goals. While that's understandable, it might not align with the collective mindset Harbaugh is fostering. Hill's speed and playmaking are undeniable. His ability to torch defenses, as seen in past matchups against the Chargers, is a nightmare for coordinators. But integrating a high-maintenance star into a young roster could disrupt chemistry. The film backs up Hill's value. His acceleration and route running create separation few can match, and with Herbert's deep ball accuracy, he'd likely stretch defenses thin. Yet, the Chargers' receiver room isn't barren. Ladd McConkey and Quentin Johnston are developing, and veterans like Joshua Palmer provide stability. Adding Hill could accelerate their timeline, but at what cost to draft capital and flexibility? Both scenarios, Andrews and Hill, tie into a broader question. Should the Chargers invest in proven veterans or build through the draft? This year's draft class offers intriguing options at both positions, which could make trading for aging stars less appealing. At tight end, prospects like Mason Taylor and Colston Loveland project as day 2 picks with high upside. A rookie tight end could grow alongside Herbert for 4 to 5 years at a fraction of Andrews' cost, offering similar production by year 2. The Chargers' offense thrives on versatility, and a young pass catcher who can block and stretch the field fits Roman's scheme without breaking the bank. For wide receivers, the draft is equally deep. Names like Tetairoa McMillan or Isaiah Bond could add speed and size to complement McConkey, giving Herbert a long-term weapon. Unlike Hill, a rookie comes with a cost-controlled contract and aligns with the Chargers' timeline as a team still building toward contention. If the Chargers bypass a trade, another option is the veteran free agent market. A reunion with Keenan Allen, recently of the Chicago Bears, could make sense. At 33, Allen has 1 or 2 years left, but knows Herbert's tendencies and could mentor younger receivers. His cap hit would likely be far lower than Hill's, preserving flexibility for other moves. From an analytical lens, the draft feels like the smarter play. The Chargers' 10 picks, including 4 in the 6th round, give general manager Joe Hortiz room to maneuver, whether by trading up for a blue-chip prospect or stockpiling depth. Andrews and Hill could push the team closer to a playoff run in 2025, but at 30 and 31, their windows are narrowing. A rookie tight end or receiver paired with Herbert's arm could anchor the offense for years. What's your take? Are the Chargers better off chasing a star like Andrews or Hill, or should they bet on the draft? Drop your thoughts below, and let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, stay tuned for more NFL insights.